Welcome to our educational channel. From this quantitative aptitude, let us see this chapter bankers discount. So it's a new topic, but some questions will ask in examination point of view. So few competitive exams, even they ask the questions from the bankers discount also. So let me explain this topic in simple way. So before seeing this definition, let me explain with simple example. Then you can understand clearly what is bankers discount. Previous topic we discussed already about this term TD, okay, true discount. Now when you come to this bankers discount, okay, I am not telling this definition. Okay, for example, a merchant A, let me take a person A purchases some goods worth say rupees 5,000. So rupees 5,000 worth he purchased from B, okay, from the merchant B. Merchant A purchases some goods around 5,000 worth from the B. Now, instead of giving direct amount to the B at the credit, so certain period, so is said after 4 months. So certain period he mentioned. So it's a small example. Suppose a merchant A purchases goods worth say 5,000 from another merchant B at a credit certain period of 4 months with some credit, right? Now then, B draws up the draft, so prepare specially the bill. Now B can take that amount only after 4 months. So he'll give some bill. So that bill we can call hundi or bill of exchange. These two names. So bill of exchange. That means instead of giving directly the amount 5,000, he'll prepare the bill. A can prepare the bill, he'll give to the B. So B can take the amount after 4 months with certain period, right? That form, that application, that form we can call bill of exchange or hundi. Yes. So on the receipt of goods, A gives agreement. So they'll give the agreement to your two members each together. For example, B, okay, say 4 months, and extra 4 months means, okay, let us take some date and explain. It will be very clear. Okay, say some, okay, 5th January, for example. Any date I'm mentioning, 4 months. So 5th January, he took the amount after 4 months. So again up to February, March, April, May till May. So 5th January to uh, May 5th, right? 5th Jan to 5th May. This is the time period. So after 5th May, extra plus 3 days they can add. This is the extra time. So this also is as per the banker's discount. 3 days will be extra. That means maybe till 8th May. So after 8th May, you can take either 5th May or between 8th May, the amount will be exchanged. But in case the B wants in between, so in between if you want the amount, so as per this rule, if you collect the amount between from 5th May to 8th May, full 5,000 rupees you can get by giving this bill, right? But in case if you want early, for example, you want only on 3rd March, okay, on the 3rd March itself, B wants the amount. Now what will do the B? He'll go to the bank and he'll give this bill of exchange to the bank, and from the bank he can correct the amount. But instead of giving 5,000 from 3rd March to this 5th May, right? The time period, no, how much amount should be deducted? Because till 5th May he can wait or extra 3 days. Up to 8th May if he can wait, he'll get the 5,000 rupees. But if you want early, that extra time, how much time, no, that amount simple interest they'll calculate and they'll deduct from the main balance. So this is the face value. This 5,000 is the face value. So the deducted amount is come under banker's discount, right? Let us see now definition. Banker's discount is a simple interest on face value. Okay, face value is rupees 5,000 in this example. For the period from date on which the bill was discounted and legally due date. So due date is extra 3 days. The money paid by the banker to the bill holders is called the discountable value. Okay, the money paid by the banker to the bill holder. So B is having the bill. So that amount which is deducted from the from the face value, that is a discountable value, right? So based on this concept, we have the problems, and I'll show some formulas here. You can see this is the main thing. Here, if you calculate this, banker's discount is simple interest on the bill for unexpired time. That's why bankers, one more is bankers gain. Bankers gain is bank profit, that is bankers discount minus true discount. So from original value, so bankers discount, if you subtract from the original, there is a bankers gain, BG. So bankers gain is equal to simple interest on true discount. And similarly, if you calculate true discount formula, square root of this present worth into bankers gain. Using this, we have this formula. So TD, if you apply the squaring on both sides from this, true discount square is equals to present worth into bankers gain. So using this, bankers gain is equals to same true discount whole square by present worth. We can apply the formula. And bankers discount is amount into rate into time by 100. Same some simple interest formula only we applied here. This already we studied in the previous topic. And amount is equals to bankers discount into true discount by bankers discount minus true discount. And true discount formula is this. So this formula will apply in the problems. The main concept is the merchant, if you want to take the early, so based on the time, the deducting amount is come under bankers discount, right? So how this formula we can apply in the problems, we'll see question wise. If you see the some problems I'll explain. Now based on that you can get clear idea how to apply these formulas in the problems now. Now let us see the problems, how the questions from this bankers discount. First one, the true discount on a bill of rupees 1860 due after 8 months is rupees 60. So true discount is 60, bill amount is 1860. Find the rate, bankers discount and the bankers gain. Three you have to calculate. Right? First of all, the given data let us take. So in this problem, the amount is given. So amount is rupees 1860, right? And true discount is rupees 60. These two are given. Using this we can write the present worth. Okay, present worth is amount minus this true discount. Already previous topics we discussed is all. Amount minus true discount. In case if you are unable to directly, if you are watching this question, you can also go through the true discount chapter also. Then you can get clear idea. Right? Present worth is equal to A minus true discount. Amount minus true discount. 1860 minus 60. That is rupees 1800. Right? Now, simple interest on rupees 1800. Because you need to find out the rate of interest. So if you apply simple interest formula, PTR by 100. Okay, from this R is equals to simple interest into 100 by P into T time. Now you just apply in this. So 100 into interest. So this is a true discount only we can consider as the interest. That is 60 into 100. 60 into 100 divided by and principal amount, that means 1800 here. So present worth, right? 1800 into time is for 8 months they mentioned. So given time is equal to 8 months, but time should be in years. That is 8 divided by 12 and 2 by 3 years. Okay, cancel this. So 8 4 2s are 4 3. Okay, 2 by 3 years, right? That is a 2 by 3. Now you can simplify this. So 100 times 1, 18, 60 by 18 into 2 by 3. It becomes 3 by 2. Simplify more calculating. 6 into 10, 60, 6 into 3, right? And 10 by 3 divided by 2 by 3 is reciprocal. So 3 by 2. 3 3 cancel, 2 ones are 2, 5. So 5% is the rate of interest, right? R is equal to 5%. Now we have to calculate rate. So rate is 5% we got. Now bankers discount and bankers gain. Okay, bankers gain we have the formula. Previous we checked the formulas list. Okay, you can see this. Bankers gain is true discount whole square by present worth. And bankers discount also we can apply the formulas in this. Right. So okay, now next one. Bankers gain. The formula is true discount square by present worth, right? true discount is the 60. So 60 into 60 by present worth is 1800. Yes, cancel this, 2 zeros and 6 1 6 3, right? 3 ones are 3 twos are. Finally, rupees 2. 2 rupees is a banker's gain, and banker's discount is a true discount plus banker's gain. True discount plus banker's gain is nothing but, actually you know that banker's gain is banker's discount minus true discount. So using that, true discount is 60 plus gain is 2. So rupees 62 is the banker's discount, right? Just you applied the formulas in this by taking the given data. This is the one type of questions. Let's see a few more problems. You'll get more clear idea on this topic. Now in this problem, the present worth of a bill due some time hence is 1100. Okay, 1100 is the present worth, right? That's the given. So the given data, if you take, the problem will be easy. So present worth is equals to rupees 1100, and the true discount on the bill is 110, right? True discount is equals to 110. Find the banker's discount and the extra gain. So that means banker's gain would make this in transaction, right? If you know these two, already we have the formula, that is true discount is equals to square root of present worth into banker's gain, right? Now using this we can make the formula directly. If you apply the squaring on both sides, otherwise we have the copied. So from this, banker's gain is equals to true discount square by present worth. Okay, from this formula only this we can make. Banker's gain is equal to squaring on both sides, square root will cancel. True discount square by present worth. Substitute the values here now. It will be easy. True discount is 110 square by present worth is 1100. You can calculate this, you will get the banker's gain using this. 110. So 110 into 110 by 1100, right? You can cancel this, 2 zeros. 11 into 11 by 11. So 121 by 11 is equals to again 11. 11 ones are 11, 11 are 121. Right? So rupees 11 is the banker's gain. And therefore next is banker's discount. Banker's discount is already we know formula, banker's gain plus true discount. Okay, this both by adding. Banker's gain only should calculate first, because banker's discount is banker's gain plus true discount. That means 11 plus, and true discount is 110. Add this both. 110 plus 11, 121. Right? So 121 rupees is the banker's discount, and banker's gain is rupees 11 it is. Right? So state formulas just to be applied in this case. So main thing, this the basic formulas, if you can remember, by just substituting values we can get this. We'll see few more sums. Now in this problem, next question, the banker's discount and true discount on the sum of money due 8 months hence are 52 and 50. So banker's discount is given, true discount is given here. So these two data is given. From this you can calculate. So banker's discount, that is 52, okay, rupees 52, and true discount is rupees 50, right? These both are given, and time is 8 months. So time is equals to 8 months. Convert into the years. If you convert into years, 8 by 12 years. To convert into years, you should divide by 12. So 8 by 12 is 2 by 3 years. Okay, cancel with 4 table, right? So 2 by 3 years is the time, is the t. Now find the sum and rate percent. So we have the formula to find out the sum. Sum is equals to banker's discount into true discount by banker's discount minus true discount. Okay, this formula already studied previous. in the list of the formulas. To find out the sum, we can apply this straight away. You'll get this now. So banker's discount is 52 into 50 by 52 minus 50. Just to calculate this. So 52 into 50 by 2 it is, by subtracting. Let's cancel this. 2 answer to 25. 52 into 25 is rupees 1300. Okay, 1300 is the sum now. That's the present worth or just a sum amount. But we need to find out the sum and rate percent also. Sum we got 1300. Now when you observe this, the sum banker's discount is a simple interest on the sum due. Right? This you can take consider as the P. So since banker's discount is simple interest on sum due. So the simple interest on rupees 1300 for 8 months is 52. Okay, banker's discount. Based on this we can find out the formula. Already we know that simple interest is equals to PTR by 100, right? Using this we need to find out the rate percent. So same like previous problems, R is equals to simple interest into 100 by and P into T, right? To calculate the R, simple interest for rate is equals to, now interest you already got 52, same banker's discount only we can consider as the interest here. So 52, 100 into 52, 52 into 100 by out of 1300 and time is 2 by 3 we calculated. Just cancel these values by cancelling 100 to 52 by 13 into 2 by 3. 52 into 13, 2 by 3 denominator becomes 3 by 2, right? By cancelling this all. Once 26, once 2 is 26, so 6%. Rate of interest is 6%. Okay, after getting the sum, now this is the important step. Simple interest on rupees 1300 for 8 months is 52. So consequently the rate is this, right? This is the problem. And let us see one more problem to find out the time also when the time is not mentioned. Now in this question, the banker's discount on rupees 1800 at 5% is equals to true discount on rupees 1830 for the same time. So time is same at the same rate. So find the time. So here the simple interest, right? Simple interest on rupees 1800, because banker's discount on rupees 1800 at 5% is equals to true discount. So banker's discount only consider simple interest on 1800, that is equals to true discount on same rupees 1830. So therefore the present worth, so present worth of rupees 1830 is rupees 1800. That means you can take the difference. So that is difference between these both, 1830 minus 1800. So rupees 30 is the simple interest. Okay, interest is this. So rupees 30 is simple interest on 1800 at 5%. So rate of interest is 5%. Now using this calculation we can write the formula. Simple interest is equals to already PTR by 100. So from this the time we need to find out, right? So time is equals to 100 into simple interest by P into R. Yes, we can calculate in this. So 100 into 30, interest is calculated on 30, because 1800 to 1830, the 30 is the difference, by, and for 1800 simple interest on 1800, 1800 into rate of interest is same, that is 5%. Yes, you can calculate this. 100 times 18, 30 by 18 into 5, so 3 times table, so 3 tens are 30 and 3 6 and 5 ones 2, so 2 by 6 is 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 years, convert into the months. 1 by 3 into 12, 1 by 3 into 12 is 4, cancel this 4. So that is the 4 months, right? So time is equals to 4 months in this case. Simple. Bankers discount, true discount minus bankers discount is compounded interest for 5% it is. So we can calculate the time. The same rate they mentioned. So we can calculate this and we'll see the next question. So in this problem, if the true discount on a certain sum due 6 months hence at 6% is 36. What is the banker's discount on the same sum for the same time at the same rate? Always remember, the banker's discount is the simple interest on face value. Okay, always for the period for the same time. That means this is the main step. So banker's discount is the simple interest on face value. So how much value we are applying on that value, simple interest should calculate. That is the banker's discount, right? So in this problem, so banker's gain, we need to find out the what is the banker's discount you have to calculate. Before that, banker's gain. So banker's gain is nothing but simple interest on true discount. So simple interest should on true discount. So simple interest on true discount is simple interest formula is PTR by 100. So PTR. So here is the true discount on certain sum. 6 months ends is 36. They mentioned already. So 36 into again rate of interest 6 and for 6 months. So 1 by 2. Time is 1 by 2 by 100. Right? Out of 36. So if the true discount on a certain sum due hence is 36 they mentioned. So banker's gain, simply interest on true discount only. There is a banker's gain it is. So true discount is already 36. Out of 36 we are calculating simple interest. Right. If you simplify this, we'll get the answer. 2 answer 2 3. 36 into 3 by 100. So 36 times 3 is 108 by 100 is 1.08. So rupees 1.08 is the banker's gain. Okay, this is the 1.08 is banker's gain. And we know already the formula is banker's discount minus true discount is nothing but the banker's gain. Okay, banker's gain is banker's discount minus true discount is banker's gain. So based on this, banker's discount. Okay, banker's discount is banker's gain plus true discount. Banker's gain already got 1.08 plus and true discount is the 36. Right? 36 plus 1.08. 37.08. So this is banker's discount according to this problem. Okay, the basic formula you are applying in this to get the values. So any type of problems. So mostly the formulas which I showed now starting. So based on that we can go through these problems and we can solve, right? And few more topics. All the topics from this quantity aptitudes are providing in the same. We are providing the link. And in this competitive aptitude test, you can go through each and everything.